everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Legend Ultra Henshin series version of the Ginga Spark from Kamen Rider Ginga. This is not one that I ever had the original, so when they announced they were doing these reissues, I got excited because I was like, hey, I want to definitely check out the Ginga Spark because I kind of didn't get into Ultra until X, which was after Ginga, so I missed out on this one. So I was pretty excited to get this. Now, as far as I understand, this is not exactly the same toy as what was originally released back in the day for Ginga. The original one, I believe, had the ability to read little chips in the bottom of the vinyl dolls, which they called spark dolls. And then, you would touch the tip of this thing to the foot of the spark doll. It would read it and it would make sounds. But I don't believe this is going to do that. I believe it just has some phrases programmed in. Looks like it takes 3 AAA batteries, though, which is kind of wild. So we'll see how this goes. I'll go ahead, we'll get this out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here it is. It does take 3 AAA batteries. You put 1 in the front, 2 in the back. They both just have screw covers that you open up, pop the batteries in, pop them back down. On and off switch right there. You have this cover here that covers the light up face area, which you'll see in a moment. And then it has these 2 pieces on the side, which you just kind of pop them open like that. So we'll go ahead and turn this on. You can kind of see that there's a light down there. So there's only the one trigger. There's nothing else going on. So we will flip that open, and then this will open this up. So it says Ultra Rise, Ultraman Ginga, and that face lights up light blue, as you can see. Speakers down here. But yeah, that's it for like Ultraman Ginga. It just says Ultra Rise, Ultraman Ginga, but you can hold this down. That'll make a sound effect that puts it in the other mode, and then you can just start cycling through. So it says Ultra Rise, Black King, and then gives you a cool sound effect. It's kind of hard to hold it and not naturally cover the speaker. But there we go, we had Dragory. So basically, I'm just going to keep going through and cycling. There's 10 monsters. It says Ultra Rise, the name of the monster, then you get a sound effect. Unfortunately, you'll notice though that the face does not light up if it's not Ultraman. It only lights up for Ultraman Ginga. All these monsters, it does not light up. Gotta love Pigmon. So that is all 10. If you hit it again, it just cycles back around to the beginning. And then if you hold this down, and the other cool thing is if you go back, there we go. So you'll notice it didn't start with Black King again. It went back to the second one, Dragory. So that's kind of neat. If you switch to Ultraman and then back to the monsters, it remembers where you left off as long as you don't turn it off. Once you turn it off, then everything resets. But I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, here's the thing. I definitely think this has more functionality than the Zero Eye did. So I'll give it that. It doesn't have a ton of functionality, but at least it also doesn't require you to hunt down any Spark Dolls or anything like that. It's got everything self-contained in this toy. Does this have motion sensors? Or is that... I think it's probably... Maybe it's turning off because I haven't touched anything in a while. There's been a couple times where I'm handling this and it just kind of makes random noises and it doesn't say anything like on the packaging about it having any kind of like motion sensor or anything. I'm wondering if it's just kind of like a turn off sound. But in any case, I think it's neat. I like the light up Ultraman face. I like the cover kind of clicking into place and then popping out. So I appreciate that. These are kind of cool as well. And like I said, I do appreciate that all the sounds are self-contained. It has the Ultraman Ginga mode, which gives you kind of one sound, but it has some light up fun there. And then you have the 10 monster sounds to cycle through. So not a ton of functionality, but a little bit heavier than most Ultraman toys, so I can't really complain. Yeah, otherwise, it's not bad. Yeah, I think that's like a idle sound or something. It would have been neat if it had a two-colored LED so that it was blue for Ultraman and then maybe red for the Kaiju or purple for the Kaiju, something like that. I understand why that didn't happen as a cost-cutting measure, but it would have been neat, something like that. And you can even... Why is this not working now? Oh, do you have to have these open first? Oh, you do. Okay. I did not know that. So if you have the outside things, this will not open. You have to have this open first, and then that opens it up. Good to know. Good to know. So that locks it in place. I guess that makes sense. But that's cool to know. Because I'm like, why isn't... Oh, but now it's doing it. I don't know. Maybe mine's just possessed. It seems like it's supposed to lock them in place. Maybe it doesn't always work. I don't know. It's weird. In any case, I still think it's a decent toy. Is it something you need to have? I don't know. I guess it depends on how much of a Ginga fan you are. If you had the original Ginga transformation device, the Ginga Spark, the first time around, you probably don't need this. But if you're like me and you didn't, and you just kind of want to have a little something from Ginga, just so you can say you have a changer for everybody, go ahead and pick this one up. So yeah, I've pretty much already given my thoughts. But again, just to sum up, I think it's decent. I wish I could remember how much it cost offhand. I want to say it was somewhere in the area of like 25 to 30 before shipping. I mean, for Japanese roleplay toys, I don't think that's too bad. And like I said, if you're trying to hunt down an original Ginga Spark at this point, it's probably going to go for crazy money on the aftermarket. Plus, then you also have to track down the Spark Dolls because they kind of rely on reading them. And I think this is a nice alternative. If you're new to Ultra and you just kind of want to get a Henshin device from every year, this is a nice kind of placeholder for the full-on Ginga Spark. And it's nice that all the sounds are self-contained. So it's not amazing, but I have to say, as far as functionality with Ultraman toys, this has more than most. So I'll at least give it that. The LED's nice, the sound effects you get are nice. Would have been nice to see color-changing LED, but again, that's more expensive, so I get it. Paint applications, I guess. Is all this gray paint? I guess it is. It's nice. The paint that you have on here is actually pretty nice, so I applaud them for that. see if I can not have this fall over. There we go. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's going to matter if you are a Ginga fan and you don't have the original. I think this is a nice placeholder. But if you already have the original, you probably could pass on this. So that'll do it for this one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.